Good morning. It's Friday, June 3rd. And the other day, when I was running current events and we were having computer problems and we couldn't link up through Zoom for the outside audience, I told the story about the Chinstrap penguin. Now, the Chinstrap penguin resides only in one part of the earth, in the Antarctic, a deep frozen wasteland in many people's minds. But last year, the temperature in the Antarctic reached 38 degrees, and that threatens the entire population of penguins, the Chinstrap penguin. Now, we know the frigid regions of the Arctic and Antarctic are home to what we will call most exquisitely adapted organisms. The Arctic and Antarctic are largely lethal to humans, unforgiving, with dark winters and harsh winds and violent cold. So in these remote, inhospitable places, changes will have more impact on the lives of those who exist there. And then, if you extend that, they will have a vast impact on the lives of people who have no idea what goes on in those frigid regions. If you understand weather, you can appreciate the fact that the poles, the North and the South poles, regulate our climate. They affect our weather patterns, and they affect even the maritime food supply, and they are warming faster than any place else on Earth. And that signals devastating consequences for those of us who live in more accommodating climates, right? So this story about the Chinstrap penguin is a foretelling of the future, so to speak, because the Chinstraps feed mainly on krill, tiny crustaceans that are the foundation of the marine life food chain. Almost every animal in the ocean eats either krill or something else that eats krill, all the way up to the tuna that ends up on our dinner table. Krill feed on the algae and the phytoplankton that cling to the underside of the ocean ice caps, underneath the ice caps. So in order for the penguin to have a decent meal, it has to swim beneath the ice caps and eat the krill off the bottom of these ice caps. And then, because the temperatures are rising, the ice caps are shrinking, and the world's krill populations are shrinking. So if the krill shrinks away, that affects the population of the penguins. And the Chinstrap penguin population has gone down by 25% in the last 8 or 10 years. Which proves, in my mind, that we are in catastrophic waters. We are facing the disastrous results of climate change. So if we really think about this situation, this is a dire situation. And a slogan like "Save the Penguins, Use Solar" doesn't go far enough to save us. It doesn't come close to encompassing the size of the situation that we are stuck with. We are talking here about the future of humanity on this planet. Climate change moves slowly, ever so slowly, but that doesn't mean that we can take our time. We have to do something now. We can't say in 30 years we'll do this, in 25 years we'll do this. That's not good enough. Now, I recognize the fact that certain car manufacturers have come to the plate and said that their next set of automobiles starting in 2030 will be all electric. Cadillac will be leading the way, but Volvo and Lexus and the Mini and many others have said they're coming out very soon with their electric vehicles, and they will no longer be producing gas vehicles. These are the beginning steps in our battle against climate change. But climate change is going to continue no matter what we do unless we cut off all of these emissions that are going on around the world. And we cannot act fast enough. Because if we don't act fast enough, it'll happen and it'll be difficult to reverse course. So while we are making many plans right now to do different things to combat climate change, we're not moving fast enough. We need every country on this planet to be on the same wavelength, so to speak. And what are we all willing to do? And what point does the distant threat of ecological collapse assume the appropriate urgency? And that urgency is now. We can't wait any longer. We have to organize a worldwide plan to fight climate change. Let us be the first group of people in the world that work together for a single solution. Let us not let our immediacies detract from the overall threat that we are facing. Let the Chinstrap be an example to all of us, because if they disappear, can we be far behind? No, because once those ice caps are gone and the krill are gone, what's really going to happen? So while many of us look at monstrous things, huge things, we're facing small crustacean, the krill, and its microscopic food supply underneath the belly of the ice caps. And that is very important to the rest of the food population. So if we use this as a monumental example of what it's going to be like in the future, we should be taking steps. There should be a slogan that says, "Save the krill. Don't worry about the penguins. Save the krill. Save the microscopic creatures." And go one step further. Save the ice caps. Yes, save the ice caps for all of us who need to survive. Now, my generation probably doesn't really care that much. But my future generations are the ones I'm in trouble. That's the ones I'm worrying about. So I leave you with that thought. The penguins, the Chinstrap penguins and krill are but a indication of what the future might be like. So let's pay attention to what's going on, and let's hope that many in the world figure it out soon. So I'll leave you with that this morning. Bye.